And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
That's Loverboy. You're coming in on a 30-minute commercial-free rock block here on your home of 80s classic rock. The Bonfire, Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. Big J. Okerson, Robert Kelly hanging out, killing it. Thank you.
We're here.
Our phone number, 866-969-1969. Join the conversation, y'all. It could go anywhere. Been some updates.
Oof.
On, one, we were almost fired today. It turned out Big Jim just wanted to talk to us to warn us that we're going to be fired very soon if we don't stop talking about pornography. Yeah. Jacob, I feel like you tattletaled.
You think it was Jake?
I didn't.
Jacob tattletaled.
He listens. He's a fan of the show.
What have you said, dude? You told on us?
We have to clean up our acts.
We have to clean up our acts?
Clean it up a little bit.
Doesn't have to be porn talk all the time.
No, it's not porn. It's not fraction porn talk.
But I'm just saying we should take this rundown then and just crumple it up into a ball and throw it away. Because all these roads lead to fuck in my mind.
Everything leads to puss.
All roads lead to pussy if you ask this guy on this sheet. Maybe it's like a... what do you call that? The Rorschach test? Like, what do you see here? I go, pussy.
Let me read a couple of these. See how fast they go to puss for you. Ready?
Sure.
The Oscars.
Oh, well, at the Vanity Fair party afterwards, apparently the thing was to wear almost no clothes. So I think on the nipslip.com, which is one of my daily sites I go on, a lot of pictures of girls' tits and puss lip slips from the Oscars.
You failed.
No, I got the pussy quick.
Oh, you did get it, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You think I'm supposed to get it to not pussy?
Yeah, try not to get it to pussy. How's this? Ready?
Throw anyone.
Ring indoor security drone.
I mean, yeah, how do you not get that to pussy? I mean, you're going to be looking, and instead the idea is to see your stepdaughter blowing a black guy who just walked through her window. What else are you going to find in that thing?
All right, here's one. You could not find it. Ready?
Okay.
The Amazon ear cleaning camera tool.
These are all things we have to do. All right, you know what? That one I can't. I just want it so bad. That's my topic I brought in.
Did you see that?
Buddy, it's so cool. Look at it. Can you bring it up, Lou? Black Lou's on the ones and twos right now because Christine's grabbing a Starbucks like a doll.
One of my favorite things in the world, Jay,
yeah,
is in the morning.
Yeah.
I get my coffee.
Okay.
I have a couple sips, and usually, like clockwork, I got to go do a fifth function.
Of course.
And I go into the master bathroom because I have more than one.
Wow.
And
your master bathroom has the barn door too, doesn't it?
Yeah, barn door
nice.
With the shower with the bench.
It is nice, but the barn door does leave a little bit of space that I worry what's going on in there is going to be projected to the world a little bit.
Well,
I've had it happen. I told you.
Yeah.
My skiing, my scuba.
Yeah, barn door shit.
You had a barn door shit gone wrong.
I was panicking because we were about to go on the dive. The entire boat dive crew was, and all the people that were going to dive were in the shop with me. And there's one shitty bathroom
with a barn door.
With a barn door, and I had to go because I was panicking. I was going to be on the boat for hours.
Did you make eye contact?
And there was I was sitting, and then one of the women went like this, and there was like a 2-inch gap because there was only a little hook, a shitty hook, and I watched the entire complement of the boat staring at me while I was on the boat and start laughing.
Your little knees were together.
Yeah. It was awful.
I remember that story. Yeah, that's rough.
One of the worst feelings in the world.
Barn door, generally speaking, should be for the closet.
But the barn door in my house is in my master bedroom.
It's great looking. And the reality is, you're right. In the situation you're in, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
However, because it doesn't matter either, but I'm very aware. I just stayed in an A-loft hotel, which is the same hotel they put you up. Excuse me.
You're excused.
At Moon Tower. They put you in the A-loft hotels. Mm. It's a fine hotel. It's consistently the same exact room everywhere in every A-loft. There's no change. I've never been to a penthouse, but they're the same always. Same bed with the same 2 lights above it, with the desk that goes all the way across. In the middle, it's a bench. It's a desk on one side and a thing to put your thing on the other side. And the bathroom sink, then the door shut for the toilet and the shower. But that door shut is a swinging door, barn door basically, but it's not look like a barn, it's just a door, and it doesn't touch. It doesn't touch on either side. It just closes the hole in front of it.
Yep.
And I go to Moon Tower with Christine every year, and like, I don't like if she's in the room at all when I'm taking a shit because there isn't really a closed door between us. And the shower has a fogged mirror or a fogged window between that. So, not that she can see, but it's just too much outside world in my most inside thing.
Yeah, the barn door is more of a design thing that didn't work out. You know, some lesbian on some show saw a barn and was like, this would be cool, and now everybody has it. It's not a good design. I don't like it.
All the HDG TV shows, they put a barn door like it's the big deal.
It's the big deal, but now there's...
I love the look. I love the look.
Look is fantastic, but there is that inch.
Open shelf is a good look. It's a disaster.
My thing is, just to get back to my story, if you don't
Apologies.
mind. No, it's okay. I love that we sidetracked. That's my favorite part about the show is that there's a road, but we're going to take a right.
We go on tangents.
We're like a little couple that, hey, where are we going today? I don't know. Let's just go wherever we want.
Let's just drive and see the world.
We went down that road. We found a little flea market. I bought something for you.
The whole world's in front of us.
In front of us. So, but we're back on the main road now. And I like to do a fifth function. And one of my favorite things in the world, almost up there with sex that we don't talk about anymore.
Sex is not a topic on this show anymore.
No.
Big Jim came in with a hammer, and he says, mention sex, and see what our next meeting's about.
I'm going to put your hogs on the chopping block. That's it. Didn't he threaten that?
I think he said those exact words. Or your hogs on the block. I didn't know what it meant. I had to look it up. It is a saying, apparently.
I love fifth function. I'm not going to say what that is. Look that up. Fifth function of life.
I was assuming Duke.
It is a Duke.
Okay.
A Royal Duke. And a Q-tip in the ear.
Same time.
Same time.
I think did you used to have a bit about this a million years ago?
I think a long time ago.
Yeah.
Years ago, like 15 years ago. It's one of my...
More, maybe.
I mean, cleaning your ear with a Q-tip and going number poopies.
Yeah.
Number poopies is what I call it.
It's fine. I'm aware of number poopies.
The feeling, if you can time it right...
1, poopies, 3, 4.
So I couldn't... You told me about these headphones...
Yeah.
That you put on your head and they shoot water into your ear.
I've been let down by many ear
Gadgets.
cleaning things.
Yeah.
Very specific. I have terrible ears since I was a kid. Definitely like hearing, like I don't hear at 100%, especially out of my left ear at all. And then a couple years ago, I tried one of those, and I don't know if I could always say this was a complete coincidence, this is how it happened, but I put in those things where you put something in your ear and it rinses it out, and then you use a Q-tip after that or something. It's supposed to dissolve the earwax or something. My ears shut down. This is right when we started the bonfire. Well, the actual bonfire was like when we already had we were getting ready to start the actual show. Mm-hmm. When me and Dan named the bonfire, I was going through that like problem, not being able to hear, and it's happened several times for months and months while we're doing the show. The show would be such a relief because the headphones on kind of solves the problem. But that stuff. It was, and then I have a thing now diagnosed called eustachian tube dysfunction. So my ear canal is just crazy small. So the slightest bit of congestion just clogs it up a lot. So there's such relief in getting wax out of my ears. But I do feel like Q-tips, since I've been told, are pushing wax back. I'm like, how could it not be? I bought one of those, like a Facebook advertisement gadget before. That's why I'm worried about these headphones. I couldn't wait for this thing to come. It came in a Ziploc bag, ultimately. Remember how janky that thing was? It's just a handle and a little baggie of a bunch of these rubber corkscrews, basically. And you put it in your ear as far as it can go because it kind of governs itself. Yeah. And you're just supposed to corkscrew. And in the commercial, it's like you're about to pull out
a crayon,
like a crazy amount of stuff,
right?
Yeah. And it would just be like a little bit on it would just never did the job it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
It was a waste of time. Bobby got me a thing that I'm afraid to use, still in the box. I still have it. It's on my dresser. The camera with the scraper. I don't know why I'm afraid of it, but I'm afraid of it.
Well, I have that. Mm-hmm. Mike Calta got it for me.
And you got it for me?
Well, because I was at Calder's house and he has a bathroom upstairs in his complex, and he has fake Q-tips, show Q-tips.
Okay.
They're wood but you're not supposed to use them.
Why?
Because they're just show Q-tips. They're in a jar, and I used them, and the head just fell off in my ear.
Terrifying.
I mean, it was in my ear for the weekend at Side Splitters.
I've never heard of a show Q-tip.
A show Q-tip. It's a wooden Q-tip. It's not like a good Q-tip. You're not supposed to use them on your ears.
Okay.
It's like a container of show Q-tips.
Just never thought Q-tips being the things for show. That's like wax fruit, I guess.
His doctor friend, his friend number 2, came with that little device, looked in my ear and saw it, and then got I think they're called gator clips, and he went in my ear and pulled it out. But that device, if you put it on, it comes on your phone, it Bluetooths to your phone, and it has a camera so you can see in your ear.
But I have a question. Why were you not nonstop freaking out and screaming while you just performed all weekend with it in your ear?
Yeah, I just couldn't hear out of my left ear.
Oh, that's like making me anxious.
Dude, that makes me... This is what happened to me last summer. Ready? At the tiny house, when you turn the lights on up in the woods, the front light, they come up, bugs, moths come out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. So we try to keep the lights off. I turned the lights on, and I'm going into the house. Jay's covering his eyes.
These are the things that get me. It's so funny.
Jay's
the things I can
eyes.
see and the things I can't see.
A moth flew into my ear, went in my ear, got stuck, but was going like this.
At 1,000 decibels.
Dude, it hurt so bad. He was trying to get out. I'm saying it was a he. It might have been a them. Right? Trying to get out.
That's very woke of you, dude.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that, bro.
That is very woke.
Dude, I fucking love that you
That's very good. Who knows what it doesn't matter. It was
Doesn't
a moth
matter.
in your ear. What
It was a
difference
moth.
does it make?
Doesn't
what
matter.
The goddamn gender is. Is that the world we're in?
Dude, it was the loudest noise I've ever heard of. Just trying to get out. I'm sitting there going, there's a moth in my ear. There's a moth in my ear. Dawn's laughing because she's like, what? I'm like, it's not fucking funny. It's not fucking funny. There's a moth in my ear. There's a moth in my ear.
Why do women laugh at our sheer panic? For the person you look to protect you, Christine, I'm talking to you. Look at me. For the person who's supposed to protect you, you laugh at my fear and irrational jumpiness. If I get scared of something, you will just laugh at that so much.
Silly, you're like a big, strong man, and you're all panicky.
Jay, nothing makes
Christine,
women...
when there was a mouse in our place, I mean, she saw me be a lady.
Yeah.
Christine, because the one time the mouse, I heard it, it was in the trash can in our bedroom. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like, this is at least our chance to, like, get it in that bag and do whatever. And so we turned the light on. Christine went in the living room, and it's right in the doorway, the trash can. And I remember I just looked over the trash can, and it looked at me. And it jumped. This thing got air like Jordan in 87. This thing was, remember, it just jumped up and hit the ground and ran off, and then it was back in our pretzel bag on top of our fridge. It was a nightmare, this
You
thing.
had to have had way more mice in that apartment than we ever knew.
No, because when we had one and we knew. We brought a girl home one night, and we acted like we didn't see it. We walked right across the room.
Up, keep the story.
No, just a friend.
Okay.
No, it was just a
Thank
friend.
you.
She
All
was
right.
over.
I'm just fucking
No,
making
this had
sure.
nothing to do with sex whatsoever. Just
All
a
right.
friend over, and
Great.
it was humiliating when it ran across the floor. Bobby, we did bang that shit. No,
Jason.
No, that was for you off camera.
Hey.
We did.
Jay, shut the fuck. Listen.
No, it's not worth telling the story. It's a good story. But her seeing the mouse was humiliating beforehand too. You're like, oh, hey, you still want to go in there?
Dude, I had an acting partner, and I went over a house in Brooklyn, and at some scene, or they give you the scene, you got to rehearse it together. So we rehearse it. We're over there. I go, there's something. I smell something. She's like, what? I go, I think there's a dead animal. I know what a dead animal smells like. There's something dead. She goes, oh, we had a mouse in here last night, and my landlord, or whatever, came up and put rat poison, so it might be that. And I was like, we tried to do the scene. I'm like, it's bad. I need to find it. It's terrible. So I found where the smell was. It was behind the refrigerator. So I could smell. I go, look, I'm just going to move the fridge out. I move the fridge out. I go, listen to me. I need you to get me a dustpan and a broom, and I need you to leave the room. Dude, this rat was bigger than the dustpan. The feet, the ass, and the head hang. It hung off the dustpan with the tail hanging off too. It was stuck in the grate of the fridge in the back, like the little coils. It somehow got caught.
Trying to get in.
It died in there. It was the biggest. She goes, that thing was crawling around her room the night before. Like we heard it. She was like, "Oh yeah, we heard a mouse. It was around." I'm like, "You had a fucking rat in your bedroom."
It's like a full-size cat.
I'd fucking move. Yeah, like that big, dude.
I would
that
move
big.
too. I'd move too. If a rat was ever in my place, I'm not going to that place again. Christine, I almost broke up with her one night because we were outside on our stoop when we were smoking, and I think I told you this before, a rat just ran up the steps of the stoop, up Christine's full torso. I swear to you, jumped in the air, remember? And just goes back down and runs into the street. It happened so fast we couldn't react till it was over. But my immediate thing was like, I have to either burn Christine's first layer of skin off. I thought about like a microdermabrasion on her entire body, perhaps, because she had rat on her at that point.
Really, I was like, did that just happen? It was so quick.
It was so crazy quick that it didn't even have time to feel gross, other than the grab and pitter patter of its little feet running up her thing.
I'd become a priest. I'd quit everything and just go become a priest.
But if I saw a rat and I know people girls also tend to deal with it a little bit better. Like I was hooking up with a girl one time in somewhere, like it was Upper West Side she lived, and they had mice, and like they would just be like dead on the trap, and I'd be like, hey, there's like a mouse dead over here, and she and just grab the thing with the dead mouse and throw it in the garbage can. I'm like, and then just in the garbage can in the kitchen and just like walk away like, no, it's in the garbage. And I goes, that's not the garbage you put that in. Like you have to get this to a different garbage away out of your home, you fucking lunatic.
I had mice in my apartment in Brooklyn, my first apartment ever, and I trapped them and released them outside.
That's good. Trapped them and put them in somebody else's apartment.
Yeah. Now this is your problem. Then they went outside, found that hole they got in, and came right back in.
I had shrews in my house.
What is that? I think this is what you just call a bitchy lady.
Bitch is a shrew. That bitch is shrewy.
What's a shrew?
A shrew is venomous. They have no eyes. They like have little slanty eyes, and they have fangs, and they have venom in their fangs, and they bite stuff, and they kind of paralyze.
Oh, I get it. Are you making like is this an analogy for Asians? They're blind. They have little eyes and venom.
Look at that's a shrew. They can't see.
They're venomous.
Yeah, they got little venom fangs. You got to be careful.
What do they put inside of you?
Venom.
No, but what is the venom? What kind? It's like a paralyzing venom.
It's they paralyze their little victims. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you, but yeah, look at them. They're dangerous, man.
I didn't know that's what a shrew was.
Yeah, I caught those in a mouse trap on the outside garage.
Where?
On the outside garage.
No, in your current home.
In my current home, yeah.
If you want to move to the country, this is what's in the country.
Oh, dude, up in my tiny house, there's going to be mice. We have to put mice traps out and stuff when we leave because they look at animals want to get in. They want a warm place.
So when you go in, you throw out a bunch of dead mice.
Yeah, dude. No,
when you first get tiny house.
No, hopefully not because the bottom is steel on the tiny house. But most houses, like my uncle's house up the street, he had a whole mess of mice that get in there in the wintertime. And we definitely have to mess with spiders. Like when we go up, we have to go in the house and suck out all whatever bugs are in there because there's definitely going to be bugs.
I don't think suburbs you have to worry about too much, but you will get like possibly a possum or something like that. But there's got to be things you can do.
Possums are the worst.
Yeah,
they're awful.
There's nothing worse than the possum.
Well, the shrew looks pretty bad.
The shrew sucks.
The shrew looks pretty bad. I mean, that evil face. Why does God make animals that are really ugly? Because even like a bear is cute in its own bear way, but no one's even made a hilarious, cute stuffed animal of a shrew. It's pure evil. It's made for just demonic things.
Yeah, shrews are bad. I mean, it's a mouse with no eyes.
Oh. It has no eyes?
Well, it has eyes, but little tiny beady ones. Look at a photo of a shrew. Don't look at the video. If you got a photo.
Yeah, get a good photo of this thing. It's like a possum. I can't even. They're so gross.
My dad used to feed the possums, and like they'd hang out in my backyard. He had like little families of the neighborhood creatures.
Yeah, see, the shrew's not that bad.
Oh,
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not cute.
Christine, what?
Looks like Dan Natterman. A little bit.
I mean, that's cute. The short
I mean,
elephant shrew.
he's not cute, but he's not cute. You know what I mean?
It's Dan Natterman. Dan Natterman's a shrew.
Yeah.
The Shrew Jew, everybody.
Shrew
Dan Natterman.
Hey, how are you? It's good to be here.
Hello.
I really can't see, and I got venom in my mouth. Anyway,
It paralyzes my victims.
I'm Perriello.
Wait a second. Is that how little they are?
Well, they are. They can be little like that. Yeah.
Oh, that one wouldn't scare me at all. Look at that little thumbnail guy. No, I wouldn't touch that at all under any circumstances. I look at it in the hand. Fuck that. I don't like touching icky stuff.
I think I had a pet mouse. I don't think a little mouse is cute. It's not that icky.
You were a gross girl. I would have judged you, and I would have been at that party telling you there's a weight limit. I would have been cheering with everybody else when you were treated mean for being gross.
Oh, you were called fat?
Yeah.
Jill
They
Neff.
call me Fat Chunk of Oatmeal, Bobby.
Fucking Jill Neff. Jill Neff was a girl in my school, and Jill Neff would. She was. By the way, this goes into our thing. Cute girl, pretty girl, but she was like the one that was into the weird stuff. She had weird animals, and she brought in dog eyeballs for a science project. She had armpit hair, which is a good segue.
Wabing.
Although I know we're also sort of waiting for this for Vecchione, because he might have some thoughts on this as a very masculine man.
We can bring it back. We can bring it back.
We can bring it back, but we should also address before, because we don't have to over-explain to Mike what we're talking about. Did a certain musician have something to say?
Yeah. Well, I got to say this, Jay. Yes, you were talking about the dude from
3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace. How you had a little problem. We saw the video, and Mike Calta, who actually loves the show.
Oh,
is a fan.
Mike Calta's fantastic.
He listens.
Broadcast legend.
He listens to the podcast. Number one best friend, number one radio guy in the morning. Big fan of Bonfire. Made this little boxing match. Big J. Okerson versus Barry Stock.
From 3 Days Grace.
Skankfest 2023. Made a little advertising.
Sure.
Put it out there.
Right.
And then.
Which is all, by the way, I think in Mike's move to all in good fun.
Sure. And then he put a thing. This guy.
Tagged him.
Mm-hmm. This guy said, this is awesome. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. This is awesome.
Wait, who wrote that?
That dude. The dude.
Oh, he did.
Well, yeah, what's the dude's
Barry
name?
Stock himself.
He wrote smiley
So this is awesome.
This is awesome. Oh, wait. Look, wait.
Oh, that seems good.
This is
That's
awesome.
cool. That's water under the bridge, probably.
Are you telling me I got under this guy's skin so bad that he is still carrying on about it?
Okay. Did he stop there?
No, Jay, he does not.
Okay.
There is a question mark after, though. He does have good grammar.
Okay.
I haven't thought about that fat ass even once.
Well, he remembers me. Well, it does mean he remembers me.
Yeah, and then there's a.
Yeah. Of course he hasn't thought about this fat ass even once. He won in every possible way. Every time we went to go beat him up, they would tell us he wanted to apologize to us. And then we get into a thing and then they'd separate us all again. It just kept happening over and over again. And yes, he was out of his mind drunk. But that's a weird thing to call me.
A fat ass?
Yeah. Christine, bring his wife up.
Oh,
she better not be fat.
Jesus Christ.
Barry Stock wife. Let me run this pig down.
Oh, my God.
No, this is not. Jim didn't have a problem with this. This is not sexual in any way.
This is not. This you could.
Let's see if I'd even fuck this pig. Ooh, I'm starting off big. Now he's gonna have to fight me.
Same picture as the shrew.
Son of a bitch calls me a fat ass. How dare he?
Yeah. Well, he kind of he called you a couple.
Well,
times.
I have brought the story up a bunch, but it's always in like a funny storytelling way. This guy's throwing some real fighty words. Let's do it, dude. Let's see. Christine, you found her?
I think so.
Throw it up. Make sure, though, before I trash somebody else's wife.
Yeah.
Because that's actually not his wife. He goes, oh, then that's actually, she's a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Let's see her. Christine, fat? Be honest.
No.
Damn it.
She's
Hot?
smoking hot.
It's going to suck if she's hot.
Yeah, they both do CrossFit together.
Let's see.
She just looks like
Some frump.
just very normal.
Let's see her.
Oh,
Yikes. Now, it's,
She's all right. She's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
She's
She's fine.
pretty. She's kind of like your type.
Go back.
She's kind of uncomfortable.
No, she's not my type at all. Go back to that pic. Christine, put it back up. You know I'm fucking fostering here. Well, everything looks pretty when that guy's eyes are so far apart. You know, 2 5s make a 10. Come on now.
Zinga.
His eyes are far apart. You see what I'm saying, Lou? So he sees 2 of her. So he thinks she's a 10 because she's a 5 twice. That pig. Lou, put some reverb on this. Your wife's a pig. Come fight me. I'm sure his wife's lovely, but you get the point I'm making. She's a pig because fight me. I'm sure she's a lovely lady. She doesn't know what you do. They're Canadian people.
Oh, are they from Canada?
Yeah, they're a Canadian religious band.
No way.
Supposedly.
Jesus doesn't.
Christine, look up if 3 Days Grace is technically like a religious, faith-based band.
Just because of the name, 3 Days Grace?
No, I think that was a thing about it. That's what I thought was so interesting. This guy was like a drunk who came over and threw fucking his drink at us. But it is a weird thing to say. Like I got on that guy's skin that bad. Like you threw fucking wine on. You know what I mean? Like that's a crazy thing.
You sure he wasn't throwing the body of Christ and the blood of Christ?
I did
He
not.
didn't go
even
Dominus
think that.
Ominous.
Look, 3 Days Grace is a Christian rock band.
Oh, what an ass!
I've
Yeah.
never heard of this band before he brought them up yesterday.
Yeah.
You
What do you
know
think
the
of his
song.
pig wife? Jacob, your
Not my
thoughts?
type.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
What?
Jay.
Well, no. If he's gonna do it, then let's do it, dude.
Jay. I mean, you can't call his wife. You know. I mean, she's a nice.
First things first, I had to make sure she was uglier than Christine. Before I go, oh, you can't fire back at that.
Damn, like you're really setting me up here, Jay.
No, Christine, please. Look at throw that pig back up on the screen. Look how much better you look.
Jason.
What's up?
How dare you?
Well, I don't know. Am I under his skin? That's what I'm at. I go, dude, what? I haven't thought about you since I called your wife a pig. What am I, under your skin now?
I mean, this is.
If he's really Christian, he'll turn the other cheek.
Hopefully she does. Fucking ugly pig.
Turn both cheeks around, you spig, you fat pig.
Jesus. No, she looks like a fine lady.
No, I'll be honest with you. I got to be fair on everything. She doesn't seem fat.
No, she's not fat at all.
No.
No.
But fuck her.
Very
I mean,
hard
why are you
to-
mad at her?
Does he have kids? I'll do them next.
No.
you don't do
You
kids.
can't do kids.
No, I'll do the wife because I don't know her, and it's just blanket statements like that.
What about
How
him?
could I even know if she's a pig? But if you call a guy's chick a pig, like you got to kind of do something about
I
it.
know. Yeah, 100%.
Because I'm not kidding, but I don't know her, so she's probably not a pig. But your wife's a pig. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, Barry
Can you-
Stock, your wife's a pig,
Is
but
that-
that that just means like it's on site,
It's
dog.
nothing to do with the girl.
Jason,
it's
you-
just Barry Stock's
Nothing
wife
to do with
is a
her.
pig.
Just your wife is probably a pig.
I mean, you are messing with Jesus.
No. That band gave up Christianity a long time ago. The guy was hammered off his ass and started a fight. Like,
He threw red wine at people doing a show.
It was the It was the blood of Christ.
The blood of Christ.
Yes.
it was the blood. He anointed me.
Yeah, it was actually a beautiful thing that he did. And you went too far. And now you're calling his wife a pig. This is nuts.
Well, I mean, this guy just took a shot at me in the things. So
Yeah, you got to.
I already know he's a fucking pig. You know what I mean? He's a fucking drunk, old, washed-up rock star of a band no one gives a shit about. You're right. I take all the wife stuff back. It's easy enough to make fun of him. Your wife seems like she's a doll.
But
For a pig. No, she seems like she's a sweet lady. For a pig.
can I see a
It
picture
is.
of
I'll
him?
regret that later. I'll regret attacking a wife later.
You will.
I will.
You will.
I will. But he's a jerk off.
Yeah.
He's
I see-
also fat.
Can I see a picture of him now?
Yeah. See
Yeah.
that big dumb beard?
Is there any like pictures of not promo pictures like a
Nope.
regular? There's nothing regular.
No.
There you go.
Yeah. If I get beat up by a guy wearing guy liner at 50 years old, I deserve that ass beating.
You just pull his beard. Just pull him down to the ground by his beard.
Sure.
If you guys got
All
into
that.
a beard pulling fight,
Well, it depends. If you're talking, see now it seems like it's a bit bad bloody to be a skankfest fight. But
That's
I would
you
do
and
that.
him.
Oh, we did make up.
That's you guys.
By the
man.
way, it does hilariously look like me and him. Oh, I guess we had a good day.
There's a guy on the screen that looks like Jay, exactly like Jay.
It really does. Put that out.
mean,
Put
what
it on
the
our
fuck?
social media. It looks like we made up already.
You should put that on the bonfire. Jay and Barry make up. Put that up. I mean, that's crazy.
Did someone make that picture? Is it me? Does the guy have 2 nose rings? Like the whole thing looks bizarre.
It looks exactly like you, except for like.
Sean Foist of Breaking Benjamin.
There you go.
Oh, Breaking B.
Breaking Bench.
Yeah. Well, fuck Barry Stock.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Don't fuck. You know what, dude? You don't fuck with my partner.
Thank you.
Dan would have stuck up for you, huh?
I don't know.
All right. Well, then, I don't know. I want to do what Dan did. So I'm doing whatever Dan did.
You're going to quit? You're going to walk out the peak of the show? Oh, okay. Good move. Good move. Maybe Barry Stock's just getting my residual anger.
You're such a fucking dickhead.
What's that thread on?
What thread?
With the Barry Stock comments. Is it on Calta's page?
It was on. Sorry. Yes, it was on his. He put it out on the Mike Calta, the Calta show Instagram. Let me find it for you, Jay. Keep him entertained while I help Chrissy out.
I will say this: seeing his wife, though, I do believe his touring is really about getting the music out there these days. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like he's in it for the puss. They probably don't care about the music. Yeah.
No puss.
What? No, he's got a wife at home saying he's not out there for the puss.
All right, I'm just checking.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
musicians with wives at home never get puss.
I mean, he's religious. They're a Christian band, right?
Yeah, he'll ask for forgiveness. That's how Christianity works.
They're doing it to spread the word.
It's on his. It's on the Mike Calta show story, and it says, "Hey." I mean, he is such an instigator, Mike Calta.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally wrote, "Hey, Von Stockelkula," whatever the fuck his name is, and it has the, and then it says, "Big J Ogerson." He tagged you. Big J Ogerson wants to punch your face in at the Skankfest. Don't be a pussy. And he had money signs on the pussy.
Wow, you know what? I got to be honest with you. That being the way it was presented, it does seem like he would probably call me a fat ass back.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. He was like, I haven't thought of that pussy, that fat ass.
But that is true because also I think what's blowing my mind of a Christian, a good Christian as he is,
Canadian too,
Canadian
which
Christian,
is ultra Christian. I mean, that's a next level.
That's fucking woodsy Christian.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's cultish almost.
Yeah.
If you're in a band that's considered a Christian rock band, I'm surprised when it comes up years later that he has no reflection of like, oh yeah, that was because it was 110% provoked the situation. Sure. Realistically, we were doing a podcast about nothing to do with him. And he came over and just started yelling us to shut the fuck. It was crazy.
Not very.
But he was drunk off his ass. So I'm surprised that anytime there's never. He's like, yeah, I was a dick for sure.
I think the way it was presented with the Big J Ogerson wants to punch you in the face was probably fighting
That is
words.
a weird, funny way to put it out there. Well, hey Barry Stock, Big J Ogerson wants to punch you in the face is pretty hilarious.
Like, hey, we want to talk about that situation from a few years back. How do you feel about it now?
Yeah,
but he won't fight me at Skankfest. But I will. If you can put that out there, those feelers out there.
I think it's out there.
Yeah.
I actually really need you to not fight at Skankfest.
Why?
I need you to...
The guitar player from 3 Days Grace?
Yeah.
I'll be fine. He's 50. We'll be fine. I'm a spry 45. Have you seen these calves?
Those calves are nuts. Oh, I got to send this video to you there.
Thank God we can't thank God we can't do kicks in this fight. These tree trunks. I'll put a hole in his chest where his heart used to be.
Dude.
It is funny. It is funny saying all those things, though, and then realizing that Calta was like, yo, Big J wants to punch you in the face.
That's not what he sent me, though. Fucking Calta's an asshole.
That's not how he said it to you.
No, he said that this he's a fucking asshole. He didn't send that. He just sent me maybe, you know what?
It was on there, you just didn't see it?
No, because it's the little tiny photo.
Oh, it's so
It's
funny.
a little photo. I didn't see any of that.
That's really, really funny.
I just saw what he wrote.
Well, Barry, that is a weird way for you to find out. Your wife's not a pig, but I'll fight you. I do think you're a cunt. Your wife, great news. Your wife's not a pig after all. I've done the research. She seems like a fine lady.
She's a nice lady.
And she's probably a good stepmother to your other kids. Well, this guy's not a good Christian across the board.
I mean, not a good Christian.
No, this guy's a bad Christian.
He should have said, you know what? Tell that guy I'm sorry. I don't want to fight him. God bless.
Or just like shit, that was a million years ago. Damn, I was drunk. God, I don't even remember that thing. I was so drunk.
Yeah.
Something like that would have been a little more, it was a little aggressive out of the gates. But it did, again, and got to be fair to the people, it did start off with saying this, hey, this guy from 15 years ago wants to punch you in your face. Or whatever, 10 years ago? It's a while ago.
It's a while ago.
4 decades?
4 decades. But I haven't gotten, but I have not gotten my justice on that. That's why it still comes up. Sometimes I want justice. Christine knows one thing about me. I believe in justice.
Yeah.
I like justice.
She
I almost.
likes justice.
She didn't even see me. Yes, I was in the car alone when I was coming back from Stavros' podcast. I went, instead of making a left on 2nd Avenue off the bridge, I went straight down 60th to follow a cab driver who almost hit me and honked at me and gave me the face. And I was like, let's get to a red light together, and I am going to jump out of my car. But then it was just a race of, he didn't know what was happening, and he just turned when it would have made no sense for me to turn. So I had to just go the other way.
You're going to do street justice?
I would have done something.
You're gonna
I would have
make-
gotten
you're
next
gonna-
to it. Maybe it would have been a window down, and I'm going to say something awful to you.
You're
Your
gonna
wife's a
make
pig, for instance. That seems to be a real go-to for me.
you're going to make New York a better place yesterday.
I was going to clean up these fucking streets of assholes.
I mean, I'm behind it.
Do you know what my anger was? I'll tell you exactly the situation, and you'll see why my anger. I was on the right-hand side, lower level of the Queensboro Bridge. That right side thing has the dip-off for an exit before the end of the bridge.
Yeah.
And when that's backed up, it slows down that lane. So I got to that point where I was behind cars that weren't moving. Left lane's moving well. So I hate when I say 4 cars back start cutting over, and I'm the first one in. So the guy behind me starts getting over, this cab. That's when I jump like in front of him, because you're going to let me over, dickhead. You're going to go around me while I'm stuck with my signal on.
Right.
So I'm telling him I'm trying to go over to the left. So I cut out, and he almost like drills into me and starts laying on his horn, then gets next to me to start like the hand and drives off. And then I changed my route to go, I don't know what. It could have been a punch his window.
Make New
It
York-
could have been a roll your window down and call you a cunt or so. But yeah.
You were going to
for
make
sure.
New York a better place.
I just am trying to get this place back to the New York that our parents dreamed of.
The Giuliani. You were getting this back to the Giuliani, New York.
That's right. I'm going to start double closelining street sweeper or the squeegee guys.
What were you gonna, so if you caught him and he pulls over, what were you going to do? Get out?
No idea. No, I may have gotten out first. Christine's watched me get out to go over to a cab driver's window and do whatever crazy shit, spit on his window or bang on the door. It's psychotic.
Yeah, Jay gets out of the car. And I really,
Yeah.
I'm like,
You can't get out of the car, dude.
Not at my age. I should not.
You should
couldn't-
not get out of the car anymore.
I shouldn't fight Barry Stock.
You should not fight. You should
In
not
fact, Barry Stock also probably shouldn't fight me. Like we're both in our late
Right,
40s.
Jay. I remember you got out of the car one time and it was like a pedestrian and the guy was just like, he couldn't believe you got out of the car. Like he was so
The one with Josh?
not expecting it. Is that when it was Josh? Oh yeah, it was with Josh.
No, another guy. That was a stranger on the street grabbed me. Eventually, was just like, no, to be like, dude, this isn't worth
Well,
it.
what was the
'Cause
situation?
the guy was so drunk, and I was like, gonna smash this guy's head through a fence. It was. I don't know why, because 5 days out of the week, I think I handled this by going like, what a jerk off.
Yeah, you seem very calm, cool, and collective when I've
When
driven
I am,
with
I
you.
am.
Yeah.
When I am, but what it was, I was, again, it's justice, Bobby.
Yeah.
When I was sitting, I was turning
Yeah.
on the street, and pedestrians had the right of way.
Yeah.
So I start the turn and then stop to let this drunk guy and his buddy like go. They're like young, like 20-something, like Araby guys, it almost seemed like. And so I stopped so they can go. I didn't even give them like the thing. I stopped so they can walk. And the guy's just, on his phone. And he's like, go, dumb motherfucker.
He called you
just
a dumb
doing that.
motherfucker?
Not even looking at me. He's just saying whoever the car is, goes, go, drive, you dumb motherfucker. And then I turned, because he was like, when he was waving, I just like, okay, I'll turn. And then he's like, as I'm passing by, he's like, you dumb motherfucker. And I just stop the car immediately and jump out and go over to him. And it gets like pretty like loud, quick. And then this guy jumps over. He's like, dude, this guy, like, he's just like, this guy's out of it, more or less.
Right.
And then got back in the car. Well, this was my big story. And then got back in my car to see Josh Myers was sitting with his legs crossed in the back seat of the car. He made no movement whatsoever. 2 guys out there.
Nothing.
Not a movement.
Jeez, why? What's all the muscles for?
What are the glamour muscles exclusively?
What? Why? What's the testosterone for if you're not going to use it?
Well, almost like, listen, he doesn't have to come out and fight. It was a dumb thing to fight over. But like, it's, you think somebody else gets out of the car, even just to be like the dude, fuck these guys. Fuck the, you know what I mean? Like, have your back in some way.
Can I say something though, Jay?
Sure.
Listen. We need people like you on the streets. You know what I'm saying? We need you on the street. That guy, I guarantee that guy didn't act like an asshole for the rest of the night because
the
of
rest
you.
of the night he did. Because when we drove away, because nothing ended up happening physically, because the guy was like literally on the street was asking. He was like, dude. He's like, there's cops everywhere. You're gonna get like. He was just remember that the guy was like stranger guy. He's like, dude, let it go.
What was the guy saying back to you?
The guy who
You
I got
were
out of the car to yell at.
Yeah.
Oh, he just kept saying like, what's up? But he was doing like he was doing crazy. He was putting his hands behind his back. He's like, oh, what's up? And you're like, dude, I'm gonna kill you. Like it was crazy. What was coursing
like
through
an
my
obnoxious,
veins?
drunk asshole.
Yeah. When I got out of the car, it wasn't like he was like, oh, dude, no way, no. He got out of the car. He's like, oh, what's up? And I'm like, I go, what the fuck's wrong with you? And he just came up, and I was like, yo, and like I grabbed him, and then the guy was just like, dude. He's like, you're gonna get in trouble. This guy doesn't know where he's at.
If he pulled out nunchucks.
Oh, listen. I am not a trained nor skilled and very low stamina. I'm a very low stamina fighter, so. These things are all terrible decisions that can go way, way left.
Yeah.
I don't have like tough guy story shit. You know what I mean? I've probably been beat up as much as I've been won a fight, you know?
Yeah.
Or lost a fight. I haven't been like beat to shit too much, thank God. But like in that moment, man, it seems like it makes sense. 10 minutes later, not even. You're just driving. You're like, when that guy goes, move, motherfucker. It's also because I'm a comedian. And I'm like, because most times my thought process goes to, oh, I can yell something out the window that's going to make that guy, like, really upset.
Yeah.
But in my mind right away, I'm just like, I'm seeing, I was nice. I was, like, waiting for you to cross the street. And then you're like, you dumb motherfucker. It just seems like a weird, I'm like, you can't live your life like that. And I don't know why I take it on, like, I have to correct this behavior in him.
Can I say something?
But I do always say, I think, and Christine is sick of this line, he probably won't do that again.
I told you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What you did that night saved other people.
I changed the culture.
You saved. You know what? He could have bumped into somebody else later that night. And
Killed him.
And I mean, yeah, he could have got out. They could have fought. They could have been arrested. You screamed at him, straightened him the fuck out. Good for you. I say you do it more. I say you do it more.
Just dive in.
One time, this kid, he knocked a guy out, and the guy, like, you saw his head bounce on the. He did. You saw his head bounce on the fucking concrete, and it was just a thought. This kid, he deserved to be knocked out. He was such a little tool bag, and it's great to see him knocked out. But what
Christine, he wasn't little. He wasn't a little tool bag. This bitch always takes down my accomplishments. Look, he was just a little puny pipsqueak of an asshole.
Jay knocked out a 5th grader? I mean, Jay.
But it was just something where I was like, oh my God. I was like, Jay could fucking go to jail the rest of his life because of this asshole.
It's true.
Why did the guy think it was a good idea to come at me like that?
Well, he hit your car.
Yes, he did.
With his soccer ball because he was playing a game. And you knocked
Someone forgot to yell car, his ball accidentally hit your thing, and you beat a child.
He fell in his backpack, thank God, or he would have cracked his skull open.
My car was taking too much of my money. Like how much I had to spend on a car, because I needed a car, was a lot of my expense. And a drunk guy, just when I was driving across, like making a turn, just smashed like his fist into the back of my like car. And I got out of the car and I knocked him unconscious.
Wait a minute. You just hit him?
He went.
I told him to. I got out of the car, and he was like, his friends were all like, it was another guy and 2 girls, and they were like, dude, please, just like chill. And then I go to the guy, I go, put your hands up. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. And he's like, no. He's like, he was not even saying no. He's just like, dude, chill out, whatever. I go, put your hands up, or I'm just gonna hit you. And then he took like a hilarious drunken punch that went nowhere, and I just hit him, and I just happened to catch him on, like, again, I'm not kind of a skilled fighter, just where I hit him was it, and he crumbled, and he was drunk. And then I got in the car, and this is always my favorite fact of this, I got in the car and my heart's pumping.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, I'm like, a physical situation also, you could get hurt, you could lose, and as my heart starts, blood pressure's going down, I look at Christine and jokingly flex my arm, and she goes, wow, you knocked out a gay kid. She said, you knocked out a gay kid. And then every time I call her on that, she goes, I didn't like that you did it. I felt bad. I hated that you got involved. And I go, that doesn't explain why you said I knocked it. You just tried to chomp down my I've knocked unconscious one human being in my life, and that was it. That was the only part I've ever knocked out, especially with a punch. A punch.
What, do you have a boa on?
He wasn't gay. He was preppy. He was a preppy kid.
He had eyeliner and a boa. He just came from Rocky Horror Picture Show and fucking knocked him out with his high heels on.
What's your problem, honey? I just punched your car. Deal with it.
Put your hands up. Put my hands up.
Put your fucking hands up.
Put your hands up, bitch.
Put your hands up. You're under a finger gun arrest.
Jay just knocks the poor guy out. Just,
oh, dearie. My jaw, my thick jaw.
Oh, you can sacrifice your sacro sitting in the back row.
I'd knock your ass out, but I don't want to ruin my face makeup.
We have one friend, Michelle, that just encourages it too. She's like, "Oh, it's so sexy. Oh,
loves
you're
it.
such a man. Ah, I love when you get out of the car."
Michelle loves when I get loose.
I'm like, Michelle, stop.
She likes it.
Dude, you got to be careful.
Of course. The whole thing is
Loose
dumb.
is scary.
I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a badass in any kind of way. So it's
Your
a really
calves
dumb
are.
thing to do. My calves
Your
are
I mean,
killers.
fucking superhero. You have Superman calves.
They're
What's your
killer.
anger though? The road. I've never seen you get like physically.
You're right. It's more of an
angry.
it's more of an anger issue that I'm out here to kick some ass and clean up.
I've never seen
I
you
get so
get angry
angry.
like that on
If
the
you're
street.
gay and you're a kid.
If you're a gay child and you do anything wrong in my car, I'm telling you, it's open season.
If you're a man with shoes, a suit, and a watch, I'm out. But if you're a child and you are
If you
thin-
shave in the mornings, that is not my dance.
yeah, if
I will fight anyone who gets off a school bus at 3 p.m.
if you tie your shoes and know how, I ain't fucking with you. Let me tell you something. If you have to,
But if you have Velcro shoes, I'll fight 100% of people who wear Velcro shoes.
I only fight people at around 3:20 in the afternoon when you're getting out of school.
But there is something. There's a pussy-ish level to the anger, though, too, because
What?
I promise you, if it was three like black thuggy dudes that were like, "Drive, motherfucker,"
You wouldn't have got out.
I would make jokes to Josh and Christine shitting on them, but I would have never had an interaction with them just because I'm like, well, that could go real bad.
Yeah,
So there's some kind of picking your marks level to it too.
sure. Yeah,
Do you know
don't
what I mean?
wanna- Yeah,
Like, I take the risk that a cab driver, if I jump out and bang on his window, isn't the guy's going to get out and level me. Also, the calculated risk of if he does, funny.
if you got knocked up by a
Was it-
little Indian guy.
I went downstairs to fight my Asian landlord once in Queens, and as I was walking down, I was furious. As I was walking down the stairs to do it, he was a little tiny young Asian guy. He was the one that spoke English. It was for his family, but he was the guy we dealt with, and he was shitty. 25 years old, and as I was walking downstairs, furious, it's still, I always remember this, crossed my mind how funny it is if Carla in 15 minutes has to go, why is he not back yet? And she goes downstairs, and he's just like rubbing Buddha beads and sitting Indian style on my chest because I'm unconscious. He just kicked my ass lightning fast. So it's almost a calculated risk. Like, I'm going down there guns blazing because if I do what I want to do, it's like I feel better about that. And if he kicks my ass, damn it, that is funny. I went to go fight my landlord, and he handed me my own ass.
I remember when Max was born, they were dropping me off at the airport, and I stopped because this family was going across the thing, and then I looked, nobody's going. All of a sudden, this old woman runs across my car, just runs, hunched over, didn't look, just ran, and I almost hit her, but it was her fault. It was not my fault. And I had little Maxie in the back, I had Dawn in the front, and I pull in. As I'm going by, she went by, and as this guy goes, yo, my mother, and he smashes Max's window. Couldn't see him because it was tinted.
Sure.
But he hits my car. I got out of the fucking car because that's my baby. I think he was like maybe 2, maybe
That scared the
younger.
shit out of him.
I saw him twitch, like he
Yeah.
got really scared and started crying. I got out of the car, dude, and I was the most violent I've been in a long time. And I was like, I lost it.
Did you hit him?
I was gonna, and he's like, it's my mother. I go, that's my fucking kid. I go, you don't have, and I just lost it. And I kind of bit my rage.
It's a perfect situation. He goes, I take out your mother, a son is born. Out with the old, in with the new.
My rage outdid his rage.
Yeah.
And he went in with his mom, and she's like, "Just come, it's my fault," you know. And he was like, "Fuck," and I was like, "Get the fuck in there, you fuck, I'll fucking," you know. And my kid and wife there, But then I went into because I was in first class. I went into first class line. Him and his mom and his brother were right there, right in front of me. It was so uncomfortable.
That is really uncomfortable.
Just me and he just huffing and puffing.
Yeah. Christine, where were we when I circled back around a grocery store parking lot? To
he finally
the
turned
taxi
around.
lot?
He was just like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, really?
No, yeah. He was like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, wow.
It was my mother. I'm like, "Look, man, my kid." We just made up in the line.
That's hilarious. I thought the story was over. You just lived in rage.
No,
He's
no,
like, no. There was I didn't mean to cut you off.
He turned around. He was like, "I'm sorry. It's my mother." And I go, "Yeah, but it wasn't my fault." He goes, "I know. She ran across. She shouldn't have." And he kind of threw his mother under the bus.
That's hilarious.
Or under the Honda Pilot, if you want to throw a pun in. Add the laugh track, Lou. Anyway,
Lou, are you even doing your job today?
I mean, what the
You
fuck?
can't take days off when we're in here live, bro.
I mean, he had the car horns when you were telling your story. I felt like I was there. Yeah, but we made up in the line into first class, and we were kind of friends. And then we actually got on the same plane. It was fucking nuts.
That's so much.
Imagine I hit his
together.
mom. That would have sucked.
Just drilled her with the car.
But in first class,
That's
dude,
my
so-
mother. He goes, yeah, it was. It was your mother. Yeah, that's fucking.
When was the last time you got into a fight?
Like
was it-
hands on?
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, like, sorry, that's what I was saying, Christine. What was it? Do you remember that somewhere we were like in a? I feel like it was like a shopping center parking lot or something, and someone said something or did something. I circled back around. The guy did get out of the car, and I shoved him like back into his car. Do you remember that?
I'm not thinking of that. You
Yeah,
said
that
something
was-
about a grocery store, and I can't.
Or like a shopping center. We were on the road somewhere, and we stopped at like a shopping center thing, and
The last time I saw
I
you
waited.
actually,
I waited for you to run in somewhere, and then like it was like when you came out, like they were honking at me or something to move, and there was no reason to. Do you know
Staten
you know,
Island.
Maybe.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I circled back around and came back in the thing, and the guy did get out of his car, and I shoved him back into his car.
You
Furious.
shut the door.
No, not even. But he didn't get back out of it again. Thank God.
Lou, when was the last time you got into a fight?
By the way, I'm a good punch to the chops of just dropping. Like, I don't know if I have a good chin or anything.
We're gonna find out. It's Gangfest.
We're gonna find out, dude.
2009, I fist fought my brother and got evicted from our house.
Wow. Holy shit! Why'd you fight your brother?
We were fighting over a girl, and
Who was more handsome?
we were loaded, and she sat down on the bed next to him, and I said, "You guys make a fine-looking couple," and I punched him in the face, and we
Wow.
had it all
What a
out.
movie-esque thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't a beautiful couple.
Then we wrestled,
Lots on
and
box here.
he ran
We have
out.
to expand on this at
He ran
some
out.
point.
He ran out of the room, and I threw a beer bottle at him and hit the girl in the elbow. She took herself to the hospital, and we continued to fist fight.
Jesus Christ, Lou.
Hey, you asked.
Who won the fight?
It's a great one.
Well, we got evicted, so I guess everybody loses.
No, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to say your brother beat you up really good?
It was my fault. I started it.
So who
So you won.
the fight?
I guess I won, but you just tuck her out. You just
No, but-
get tired.
No. Who had more damage?
I did.
Did you?
I'm known
Emotional?
No, I'm known for a cheap shot. I once punched him in the face while I was driving a car.
What?
Yeah,
What's
while
wrong
he-
with you?
While he was driving me.
You're like a horrible woman.
Colin Quinn did that to me once on the way to. We were doing a college together, and he just punched me in the side of the face
What?
while I was driving the car.
No reason?
I took a sip of coffee, and then he punched me in the face, and I spit the coffee on the inside of the window.
Can't see.
We almost got killed. I've never seen him laugh so hard. As soon as he punched me, and I spit the coffee, he was laughing, buckled over for around 10 minutes. I had to pull over on the side of the highway.
Why did he just punch you?
He's a fucking psycho from Brooklyn. That's why.
It's crazy behavior. It's the bonfire. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, the whole damn thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.
I stepped on you, crackle, crackle. I stink.